All right, folks, let us check out another problem. Let's check out the blame game. Someone's commits seem to be preventing the program from working. Who is it? You can download the challenge here. If I can, let's copy link address. And then I can do I know what this is. Okay, wget, right? Is that a thing? Okay, the zip is there. Challenge zip. So now I need to unzip challenge zip 1. So I have a folder called, drop-in. Okay, cd drop-in. And then ls-al. This is a git repository because it has a .git folder. So we can issue git commands here. So let's do a git, and we can look at and we can see sort of the last commits and who's been making them. We have a bunch of authors, PicoCTF. In collaborative projects, many users can make many changes. How can you see the changes in one file? Well, because I can look at the logs. Read the chapter from the Pico primer, okay? You can use Python on the file to try running the code, though you won't need to for this challenge. Yeah, because there's a bunch of like files in here, right? Or just 2 files. So cat the message txt. It says this is what I was working on, but I need to look at my commit history to know why. Let's look at the message.py. It says hello world. Doesn't exactly look like it's well formatted for Python. I suppose the logs just has the flag. Someone's commits seem to be preventing the program from working. Who is it? Oh, so I need to like go into the history and see which commits were the thing that caused the file to not run. So if I want to check, I would just say Python message.py, and it's going to say error. I need to, I guess, go back in time, or go back through the commit history and check to see who broke this script. I think that's what it's saying. So, I mean, I don't know if it needs to be that complicated, right? So git log, you can sort of see, holy moly, look at that. That's a lot of commits. So, I know a little bit about this because I use this in my job. There is something called git bisect, which basically allows you to do a binary search on commits, the commit history, and that allows you to sort of debug quickly and see like when did something break. All right, so I'm coming back here because I had to really kind of review how this git bisect works, but effectively it works by using the logic that you have behind a binary search. So you first need to start the bisect process by saying git bisect start. Okay, so let's do that. Git bisect start. Okay. So within the commit history, it is now you now started the process, and you need to define 2 things, sort of 2 edges, the starting point and the ending point. So we are going to assume that the current spot is bad because it is. So I just did the check. I can do Python message.py. It's broken because of the syntax error, so we know this is bad. So we know git bisect bad. It is the current spot. There's no output, which I think is a crime. So it should say like, what's doing something, but we've defined it. We know that that's what's supposed to happen. So once we have git bisect bad, we now also need to define when it was good. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to assume that the very, very first commit was fine. I guess I could check out. Here, let me do a git bisect reset just to sort of like stop the process, and that way I can do git checkout. Oh, first I need to find the first commit, and I can do git log reverse, and we can see everything in reverse order. And so the very, very first commit was this one at the top. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I press Q to get out of this. And now I know what the first commit is. Now I can just do a checkout. So I need to do a git checkout to git command. I need to spell git IT, of course. And it says the head is now at the create secret. I'm in a detached head state, which means I can just look around. That's basically the idea. Undo this operation. I can just do git switch and go back to wherever I want to go. So I'm just kind of like looking around right now. Let's do ls, and we still have the message.py and the message.txt. So let's cat the message.txt to see what was said. So it still says the same thing as before, right? Okay, so nothing different there. And if I do cat on the message.py, why it looks like the print hello is working here. So I can confirm that by just doing Python and message.py, but of course it works, it's not a problem. So I can now git switch back to the main head. That's like where we were before, essentially. So I can do, again, cat on message.py, and we see it's broken. The ending bracket, the ending parentheses here is missing. So somewhere along the way, one of the commits broke the whole thing. And there are a ton of commits, so it would be very tedious to go through each one at a time. So git bisect is like the perfect thing to resolve this kind of issue. So I've actually used git bisect before, like on my actual job. So this is a real thing that is useful, and I can swear by it. Let me do a Control L to clear that. And now we are going to start the git bisect process. So git bisect start. We're going to assume that the current place we are in the commit history is bad. So we're going to do git bisect bad. I spelled git wrong because I don't know how to spell things apparently. And now we're going to say git bisect good, and we're going to provide the commit ID. That's what I had stored in my clipboard, so that's why I still have that. That was the first one. Okay, so it's now processing, and we have apparently 250 revisions left to test after this. And there's roughly 8 steps, so it's a binary search, so it's like 8 to the second power. That's how you get that. We are currently at the halfway point between the very first commit and the commit we started at, and now we're going to just test, is it breaking? So we're going to do our test, which was Python message.py. It is still broken, and so all we would do is say git bisect bad. So now we've stepped sort of closer to the starting commit, because things are bad at this point. We assume it's going to be bad afterwards, right? So we're going to move more closer to the first commit, and so we're kind of like going halfway between there and the middle point. That's how that works. It's just a binary search basically, and we just keep checking. So I'm just going to press up to check. It's broken, so I'm going to say git bisect bad, and again we're just kind of stepping the process. We're going to check again. Broken again. I'm going to say git bisect bad. I'm going to clear this for a second. We're going to do another check. Still broken, so git bisect bad. You can see the number of steps. It says roughly 4 steps now because we're making progress. Let's check again. It's still broken, so git bisect bad. Check again. Still broken. Git bisect bad. Roughly 2 steps left, so we're very close. Let's check again. Still broken. Git bisect bad. And it looks like we have 0 revisions left, so this is going to be the determining factor. Let me do Control L to clear that. We're going to do a check. Still broken. Git bisect bad. And so it looks like optimize file size. This is the commit that was the one we're looking for. So I'm going to copy that. Git checkout. And we're going to check out the file. Python message. So it's broken there. So this is where it broke. And I guess we can do cat on the other message.txt. Okay, well that's weird. Huh. Well, I'm a little surprised then. Oh. Okay. I see. I didn't need to check the file. I just need to do a git log to check to see the author, because the author is that's what it's asking for. So that's where the stupid flag is. Okay, so I just kind of misunderstood where it was. But anyway, that's how that works. Okay, cool. So after a little bit of research, there is actually something called git blame, which would have solved this problem very quickly. So all you have to do is say git blame and put the file name, in this case message.py, and it lists all the authors who did the changes and at which commit. Well, you live and you learn. Anyway, folks, if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good things, and I'll catch you next time.